and welcome to Lysa Darling's page. You can follow me on Instagram at Lysa Darling. Here I'm showing you the app that I like to use is called My Shift, and you can customize things such as your bill pay. Right now you can see that I'm putting in AT&T for my bill. And what this is going to do is allow you to put a color coding for the appointed bill. And then you get to type it how you exactly want it on your calendar. Then you choose a color. Then once you've chosen that color, you're all set to go. And I'm just going back to the main screen here in just a moment. Making sure everything is good. All right. Now, let's go back to the main screen and add your bill on. Then we're moving on to another bill. U-Haul. Just an example, if you have a storage unit, I'm going to type out what you want it to look like on the calendar. Select the color, back to the main screen, and now you place your bill where it's due. And then I'm going to do another bill just so you can get a visual of how you can keep up with your bills. It's just one method that I use. I also use this app to put my schedule for work, when payday is, when the pay period begins and ends, and when I can expect my money to deposit into my account. And shout out to Chime because they really be doing it. Here you go, credit card payments. Select the color. And usually when I do my colors, I do it based on the color of the company. So, just so I know, oh, that bill is color coded with that bill. And let's not forget spending zone. I came up with spending zone because I end up spending a lot of money around the time that I get paid for both pay periods. And I want to try to cut that down. So if you just go and look at one of your bank statements for like January and December, you can really see where your spending went besides your bills. Because sometimes we overspend and you don't realize, like, okay, where did all my money go? Because you spent so close towards your initial pay for your first bi-weekly check, and then you spent close enough again to the next check, what was left over from the previous check. And then, you're scrambling next month just to have money because you spent in between pay periods besides just your bills. And I'm not saying that you can't spend anything between that, but you need to minimize that spending so you can put some of that spending that you would do to your savings. So that's what I was trying to do. I just went and looked at some old statements from December and January and highlighted what was savings, what was spending in different colors. So as you can see, spending too much around the time before a bill and too much around the time well, no, yeah, before a bill at the bottom, and then too much time after a bill has occurred. And then you can go and put notes on how much each bill is. And you know, a lot of people, they don't even know how much their bills are. They just letting it be deducted out their account. Like, you should really go see on your website or whatever, your statement that you get, how much is your money, and actually put it somewhere to where you know this exact amount is coming out to the penny, so that you can factor other things out. So I'm like, oh, it's roughly so and so dollars, but that change makes a difference when you trying to pay 3 different credit cards, or you trying to save. Like, you be like, man, where's all my extra money going? That change is very important. And then on here, I'm putting down, you know, what day I paid something on, or when to pay it during that month. And then you can clearly see, you know, what an example would look like. This is not my actual one. I just made up one from some of the bills I already have. But like for me, I have bills on the 21st and so on and so forth. And so we're done with that. Now this is my next app that I like to use. Now, Money Manager. In this app, you can put down credits and debits. So credits, where the money came from. Debits, what it was deducted from. So as an example, you can see I don't even put everything in here because it's very time consuming. But if you really want to see how much you're spending in a month, honey, go ahead and I wouldn't advise you to put down how much you made for your check, because it gets harder to make sure that it balances out on the end and you don't have a negative balance. So I just say put in what you spent and put in where it came from, and make sure they balance each other out. And then basically you'll have an even balance of what you spent, how much you made. Because in between checks, you're spending maybe some of that check, not all of it. So you can't really keep basis on what you spend. So they have different categories. And right now we're under the expense tab. Say if you had car insurance, it's $25. I don't know who has $25 car insurance. If you have $25 car insurance, hit me up. It might not be much, but at least you got some insurance. So just an example. That is my debit. Now I need to put in where I got that money to spend, which will be a credit. So I'm gonna hit the plus button again. As you can see, I have that negative. We don't need a negative. Then we're gonna drop down the menu, put income, and say I got it from my Chime card. Shout out to Chime again. $25 was deducted from my Chime card. And you can put the category or a little memo, car insurance. Click the button, bam, zero balance. I owe nobody nothing. My income was 25, I spent 25. That's what the goal of this app is, to manage your spending. And it also keeps up with the dates that you put in, so you can go back to the other app, the schedule app, and actually see where you're spending. See, it's all coexist together, making it a lot easier, because just going through a bank statement, you're like, dang, I just spent a lot of money. And you're probably spending more than you make. And then they have the chart, well, diagram, whatever, pie. That's the graph showing you how much you spent, what percentage of your money is going where. Nice little features. Trying to get out of this now. So that was just an example. Now we're going to the next app. I forget the name of this app. Spectrum. Yes, that's what it is. Now here I have a list of my bills, and you can put a bill on here and it actually links up to the actual website in which you pay the bill on. So you can put it in manually for the amount that you know is due with the website, and then you can log in, and then they'll upload the actual amount from the website, so you don't have to guess what it is or how much you need to pay, and they tell you exactly from your website's provider, who's ever providing you the service, what you can pay or what you should be paying for that bill. And then, you see all these different companies that you can log into for car insurance, but we're going to just put it in manually here in just a moment. So you can add bill, and then click on insurance, give it a nickname, whatever you want to call your car insurance. If it's Geico, the General, Progressive, whatever. Pick a due date. Now, what this app I don't like is you cannot go back and put in a previous date. So if you're going to start this calendar for putting in stuff, make sure you start at the end of one month so that you can have next month ready to go and put everything in one go, because you cannot go back. So if January 7th already passed and I need to put down that I paid some in January 7th, you can't do that. So that functionality of this app is not applicable. Also on this app, as I'm circling where the bill has showed up at, you can actually have it set up from your bank account to have Spectrum to pay for your bill. And I just put a drop down thing to say I paid bill, and they actually fact check against the website to see if you paid it. And with the manual one, that's just for you to say you paid it, you know what I'm saying? And then it give you a pay stamp. Then view biller, you can go in and change different things about the bill, and right now I'm deleting it because I don't have car insurance as of now. And there you have it. Now we're going to my Excel sheet. I really like the Excel sheet because it's more colorful. Well, all of it is colorful, but to me it's just more color choices. And I've made things on here for each month, the due date, how much is due, how much I'm going to spend for each bill, and I calculate the total. And then my other columns I put in here when I actually paid it, and you can see I have it all through to March, and now I'm starting on another one. I'm trying to change it up a little bit at the bottom. You scroll back here to the top, and it's just sliding it over to let you know, like on the other side I put what I actually paid. If I broke up the payments, is it paid off, which is the big old green that's going across saying paid off. And those are the 4 apps that I use to show you how to manage money. You can follow me again at Lysa_Darling on IG. Hey you guys, thanks for watching. Please comment, share, and subscribe to Lysa Darling YouTube channel. And I'll see you and catch you at the next one.